Hello, everybody, and good morning. My name is Valerie, and it's great to start the day with you again. You know, this last weekend in church, we talked about being ready for the reality of anger in our lives this year. Now, anger is something that I've dealt with, and I guess this is true of everybody, but I've dealt with anger all my life. In my youth, I definitely dealt with a more explosive anger. My dad had a temper, and while some in my family kind of retreated from that, I just went straight into battle too. And so he would have a temper, I would have a temper, and it was just a mess. And my dear mom was always trying to help me manage my anger better. And one of the things that she did was give me a list of Bible verses that she asked me to memorize. Most of them were from the book of Proverbs, and they were specifically all about controlling my temper. And I remember most of those verses to this day, but one I seem to quote more than the others, and I say this to myself a lot, and it's from Proverbs 15, verse 1, and it says, "A gentle answer turns away wrath, but harsh words stir up anger." And I tell you, goodness, I have found this verse to be so true in my life. When I lead with harsh words and harsh attitudes, I am just dumping fuel on the anger fire, on my own anger, and on the anger of the person that I'm in conflict with. However, when I respond with calmer words, de-escalating words, even gracious words, it can change the whole dynamic of the situation. It gives the other person a chance to de-escalate too. They may or may not take you up on that, but whether or not it changes the other person, it changes me. A gentle answer changes me. A gentle answer will change you. When we follow God's word, there is joy. There is peace that will fill us no matter what. The circumstance may not change. The conflict may still be there. But obeying God brings us a peace and a joy that only comes from Him. When I choose to follow God's word over my way, my instinct, it's a reminder to me that God is in charge. God's in charge. I'm not. This is God's work. God is working in the person that I'm in conflict with, and God is working in me. Now, a few practical things that I have to do when it comes to all of this is, number one, I have to ask God for help again and again. I need God's help when it comes to my temper and to responding gently and graciously. And I've had to remember that this also applies to arguments in my head. Sometimes I'm able to hold my tongue in person, but I leave that situation and boy, howdy do I stage an argument in my head. I think, well, they said that, and then I said this back, and then they said that, and then I said this. And I'm harsh internally. I'm harsh in my head. And I need to remember that even for those things in my mind, I need a gentle answer. I encourage you today, commit this verse to memory. It's not hard. A gentle answer turns away wrath, but harsh words stir up anger. Ask God to help you remember that today when you are ready to respond. Ask Him to just give you that little second of stop, just enough to remember, gentle answer, gentle answer. It will change you, and it may just very well change that conflict as well. I hope you have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you at church this weekend.